keep it under an hour? Is that what?
Yeah, an hour will be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
45 to an hour would be amazing.
Love it.
Okay, we're live. Let's go ahead and get this stream. Guys, this is Baby Dragon X. I'm with James. Thank you so much for stopping by, streaming together. Finally, it happens. I know we've been planning this out for, what, weeks, I think? We finally got it made, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually turning off. Apologies. I think I've got an echo going on over here. So let me just.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time.
I was watching it from my Z-Bar account, and I think that thing started to go wild with the autoplay. So apologies if I interrupted any of your start there. Great to finally stream with you. I've been watching your stuff for months and months and months since the beginning of Titanx. I am no expert on TA, but I feel like every time you go through it, I learn a little bit more. So thanks for having me on the show.
And I'm really glad that one or two videos managed to get you a little bit more experience in TA world. That's pretty much my goal whenever it comes to making content on YouTube.
Gotcha. I think you dumb it down enough for me, right? And I'm still learning. Like I can't really draw the lines, but when people draw them, I kind of see. So, and I just think you do a fantastic job. You're going through, and you're very, how do I say? You're very steady. You're very logical when you go through them. Like you don't get too passionate about, oh, I like this one, but the chart looks like this. You seem to operate in a really logical paradigm, and that's what's kept me going there with your
Good.
channel.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm really glad to hear that. Now it makes me want to make even more content just because of that.
There you go. There's only 24 hours in a day, but you seem to be managing it just fine.
Compliments like that is what really thrive me. Like it's so amazing to see that and hear people say that it's really, really good. You know, it took a long time, a lot of effort, headaches, struggles, downfalls for me to get here. And that's why I'm always like pushing as good content as I can and help as many people as I can too. Because a lot of people are still very new to crypto. They still don't even know what an address is. You'd be surprised.
I'll tell you, you are right about that. You know, whether I take taxis or whether I'm in a restaurant or just in a group of people, you know, colleagues, if it's on a Web3 conference, like just a very small portion of people, even in Southeast Asia where crypto is running rampant, you still find a lot of people, they're just outside of it. They've heard of Bitcoin, have heard of Ethereum, never interacted with it, not sure how to get on it, don't even know their major exchanges in their country. So it's super early, and I feel like I'm onboarding one at a time, but not into Titanx. I'm onboarding them into crypto in general. Get in there, definitely. Do your learning. Yeah.
It's like as soon as even if Titanx is like one of the first ones of the tokens that they invest to, at one of the very first ones, like you still learn like how to get Ethereum, how to swap it, the contract addresses, and even looking up a smart contract address on Dex Screener, you know, that type of stuff. It helps, and it's one tiny step at a time in which you are gaining experience in crypto.
Very, very true. I mean, I just came out of the Mo is here. The Mo, here. You are unbelievable, Mo. Like the things you do for the community. You know, you used to do daily recordings. You and the dog in the car. It's just a blast. Like we have some great personalities and some great friends here in Titanx, and I can't wait till more of us meet in person. A lot of people have already started meeting in person, but I can't wait to meet as many people as possible at our next like get together. Like it'll be a physical get together at some point, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hopefully, Mo and I were talking about like when things take off, and hopefully they do, to meet up in Vegas and something like that. That would be kind of cool to do.
Vegas, that would be the perfect place for an unhinged group like us. You know, of course, we'll keep it under control, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yep. Love it.
So yeah, thanks for having me on. I mean, you know, time is of the essence. We had a 14-day fair launch that kicked off on November 5th, and you've got the countdown right up there. Thanks for pulling that up. Yep. 250 billion scale has been minted. There's just less than 4 days left. 3 days, 23 hours. I'll give one factoid here at the beginning. So for people who are participating in other protocols, which I am personally, as well as the Dragon's Horde, we are participating in ones like Volt and just AwesomeX and other lobbies and other minting protocols. So we're not at the trillion numbers. People say, "Oh wow, baby Dragon X, they were they were the first meme coin." All right, we did 135 billion. Baby Dragon X was minted. We only had 55 holders after the 14-day launch because Gwei hit over 100, 120, 140. It was $100 to mint. We had gas refunds, and it was a really challenging time.
Wow.
This time we have about doubled it. Of course, we were looking for the higher numbers, the 500 billion, up to a trillion. We could certainly possibly hit. But we have 115 holders this time, and a decent wallet distribution. We just had a whale come in. He or she minted 13 billion scale. Like, I looked at that and thought,
dang,
that's nice. That's a sizable chunk of scale. Imagine if you had 13 billion Baby Dragon X. That would be hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting how Baby Dragon X kicked off. Titanx overall was in a sleeping mode for like 2 to 3 months.
Yep.
No swaps on Baby Dragon X for a while. I think you were talking about other things, like you were talking a little bit about Titanx, but you were also branching out and talking about other TAs because to keep it interesting.
Yep.
And I would say that we would love to hit 500 billion. I mean, if we hit 500 billion, it's going to be really fantastic for the protocol, the participants. Lots of buy and burn for Baby Dragon X. Big Hydra miners kicking off, big thick ones. Even if we just hit 300 billion, the numbers are still good. The buy and burn will be 60, 80, 100,000 for Baby Dragon X. Lots and lots of holders for scale. Reflections kicking in. The new the LPs, the liquidity pools that we create automatically, they're going to be nice and thick, kicking off on day 15. So we got a lot going on here. We probably want to back it up a step or two, and we'll let you kind of guide the conversation, ask your questions, because I think you do a great job in your interviews. The dude and I were talking recently, and we're big fans of your channel.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Great explanation, great stuff that you just did. But I also want to point out, I think the most one of the important things to mention is the website is app.babydragonx.win. Guys, if you go and even search up the website, please make sure it's the official one and not a scam link. That's super important. If you don't trust a website that you found on Twitter or any other socials, you can use Titanx Hub from Mike Dean, and he can guide you straight there with the official links. I don't want you guys to get scammed and get your wallets drained, but I also emphasize a lot whenever it comes to coming into multiple projects or even an upcoming project to always make a brand new wallet, fresh wallet, and just name it Baby Dragon X. No offense to you, buddy. That's just being an extra little safe caution little step because it can save you a headache in the future. Now, this is babydragonx.win. What I love about this website is, one, it looks really organized. It's not too much crazy green. It's just the right amount to where it stands out and it does a great job to catch the viewer's eye. Second is the payment. We have Ethereum and Titanx. I'm guessing it's like the same as Element, where the Ethereum goes and buys Titanx. Great. I love that. That way we won't have any sale on the Titanx market. It's like a win-win scenario. I love that factor. I wish everybody could do this. It's such a genius idea, and it benefits overall all around the ecosystem. If you guys put in funds, please put in whatever you can afford to lose. If you're in profit in a certain, let's say Element 280, you made a 2-3x. I always love to say to take a little bit of profit, a little bit of play money, and just move it and diversify your portfolio somewhere else, like Baby Dragon X. And that way you will have some free play money, because if it does 100x, then great. If it does a 10x, that's awesome. But it's also a play in which, if let's say it drops down 50%, and that way you won't be panicking because it's not money coming out of your bank account. If it drops 50%, then that way you can also now include, if you want to, include some of your own personal funds and buy that dip. So you have that little range and that gap to which you can diversify, you can do your risk management, and potentially gain even more overall. So I do appreciate all of you guys being here. We have 44 viewers at the time of recording right now. We're going to be here for about 45 to an hour, give or take, explaining the white paper, the website, explaining a little bit of one another, and hopefully more people start rolling in. I feel like we are doing a great job overall. 250 billion is no joke. Like, many of these upcoming projects struggle to even do 1/10 of this. The right community, the right influencers, the right word of mouth, and everything plays a big role whenever it comes to a project launching. Some of us influencers are pretty busy, and we try to cram in as much as we can and help every single protocol, because overall we're trying to make Titanx successful. We're trying to make every protocol as successful as possible. There will be hiccups. There's going to be little tiny mistakes along the way, but it will improve us all together overall. And together we will get to the finish line, and eventually, hopefully, no promises, no guarantees, but we will all enjoy some really nice gains. Let's see. The current allocation, Baby Dragon X buy and burn, is at 58,000. That is actually really good. Wow.
Yeah, we so I mean it's kind of funny here, CryptoAudiKing. So I was at DevCon, and when I'm there, when I'm at an event, I'm like all in. I'm paying attention. I was a moderator for a panel. I'm making connections, learning about other protocols, how people are doing things. I had no idea the ecosystem went super red, and then but I heard somebody told me, hey, that there's some buying opportunities. I'm like, I don't have a minute to go buy. But then the next time I looked, everything's green. Like, everything is green, 10, 20, 30, 40, 90% up. I think that might have been Lotus. Everything's up. Baby Dragon X has been up 50%. Who knows what we went down to? I literally don't know. Maybe we dipped below 1 million, but now we're sailing over 2 million again. All-time high was 6 million. So that was like we were flying high in the clouds at that point.
Yep.
But yeah, really, I think what we're doing here, in Baby Dragon X, we're kind of one of the smaller protocols, right? We're less than 500 people in the Telegram. We've got right now 115 holders. Our next protocol, our next project, we're actually partnering with a very sizable partner in Titanx. They have a large community. They have done a very successful project in the past. And we are going to be partnering with them to give great value to Baby Dragon X holders, scale holders, and this other product. The other protocol, they've got their own pieces in there. So protocol number 3 is coming, but let's finish off this one first. Let's get to the end here. Let's get to the 15 days, and when all the magic starts to happen. So we can, I think we've probably talked about what we're looking at there. If you want to, maybe just pop over to the Dragon Horde just for a second.
Sure. Small little detail, guys. If you go buy in the market, or eventually you decide to invest into Baby Dragon X, also please make sure it is the official smart contract address that you are purchasing, and not a scam token. There's going to be multiple dozens. The bigger we are, the more fake accounts, and especially on Twitter and all socials, and fake contract addresses that there will be. So always triple check. If you have to check every single digit, number, letter, go ahead and do so, because it's your funds and you want to take care of every single dime as much as possible. So let's check out the Dragon's Horde.
Yeah, that's really good advice there, CryptoAudiKing. That's one reason we have the contract address at the bottom of each page. We've noticed that Some websites don't have all those things. We try to put everything in there, like one-stop shopping, just like Mike Dean has done for Titanx Hub. We love his work. He's a superstar. He's a superstar OG. So right now, the Dragon Horde. What is this? The Dragon Horde is, treasure. For those who know anything about dragons, what do? They generally breathe fire. They don't like humans. They're alone in a mountaintop or a tower or something like that. And they got lots and lots of treasure. Gold, diamonds, lamps, whatever, necklaces, crowns, all that kind of stuff. So we're keeping with that same theme, and we've called this the Dragon's Horde, because this also is going to have a lot of different types of treasure in it. So the first top, the first part there at the top, this is the kind of maybe the less interesting area. This is just the Baby Dragon X realm, the standard funds. Got our marketing wallet there, the grant wallet. Very interesting. Like when we were at $47,000 market cap, the grant wallet was like $1,200, $1,100.
Wow.
When we went up to, we hit 4.2 million at a kind of a, before the all-time high of 6 million, we had 4.2 million. And there was something like $45,000 in there. So I put on my single-side liquidity hat, and I unloaded all $40,000 of BDX without hitting the chart. $500 million here, $500 million there, single-side liquidity, converted most of it to DragonX with a little bit of Titanx. Guess what? DragonX did another 2x off of that, and we had $100,000 in the grant wallet. So the grant wallet was plenty high enough to build the protocol, have enough for protocol number 3, to be able to participate in a bunch of mints. And we haven't even touched future rewards. We haven't even touched that. There's 6.5 billion Baby Dragon X over there, just waiting for the next all-time high. Wow. If we slide on down there, we got element 280, of which Baby Dragon X is a 1/3 owner. So we were 1/3 owner of the mint, and we're also 1/3 owner of the ongoing revenue that will come in. We're very public. Not a lot of projects will put out there, what your funds are, what your positions are. We're trying to show people this is how healthy the protocol is. Look how much funds we have to build new things, to give new rewards, to ensure that the contracts are audited. No shortcuts. Paid moderators, these types of things. So you can always fold it back up if it's like, oh, it's too many tokens, I don't want to see all that. You can always just close it back up. We also minted some element 280 NFTs. These are the Dragon Horde. These are not my personal ones. Of course I have my own. We minted 7 rare amped NFTs, and then we just kind of sat back on it. We made lots of revenue from those. On the last day, or the second to last day, we decided to mint a legendary amped. This is out of my budget, my personal pocketbook, but we minted one because we had the funds for a legendary. So now we are holding those. We are collecting that element 280 as ongoing revenue. And of course, there's other types of revenue streams too. Can scroll down a little bit more. And down here, we've got Ouroboros. I'm not going to bore you with it. If you know what Ouroboros is, it's a mining protocol. You can go take a look at it. There's 2 ways to get in, and you can just see what our positions are there. Slide down a little bit more. We got Hydra. Now, these are the Hydra miners that we created. Seems like there's a lot of them. So I need to check this because we've claimed quite a few of these Hydra miners. I'm not sure why these are all still showing here, but I'll check with the dev because he just did a new push. So basically, you're going to be able to see the Hydra miners that are created automatically by the smart contract. There's a public function to kick off a miner. Then there's a public function to claim a miner. We're giving very nice rewards to claim. Very, very nice rewards. You will absolutely be able to make some money when you claim a miner, when you help to claim one. When you kick them off, it's more of a, it's just a very small percentage. But when you claim, there will be a nice percentage. So we hope that goes in the hands of humans, not bots. Sliding down a little bit more there, we got Lotus. Obviously, we know that Lotus has turned into Eden, but we're still running through this. We're not giving up on anything. So we're going to be collecting those miners. We're just holding it all because as soon as Eden comes out, we're going to do that 1-to-1 swap. See how it goes. See what goes on there. So that's the Dragon Horde as it stands today. Like I said, we gotta check in there about Hydra. I'm not sure why all the miners are showing up there, but you always got to get a snapshot of the kind of the resources of the protocol you're participating in. So you'll get to see these types of things, and we want to be very public. We're building in public, and we know everything's on the blockchain already, but we want to show people visually. Here's the power of Baby Dragon X, and here's how we're putting it to work for you. Here's how we're building shareholder value. And Warren Buffett says this. Here's how we're going to build value for your BDX. Here's how we're going to build value for your scale. And protocol number 3, here's what it's all about. Here's how we're building out that one, and what are the resources, etc.
Incredible. I did not know any of this, to be honest with you.
It's we're kind of like I said, that's why we're on the stream. We're on the stream to really be able to talk to you and your community, get the word out. The Dragon Horde is fairly recent. It's only a month old. We originally only had like the internal funds, the marketing, the grant wallet, and the future rewards wallet. We just had those there, but we want to show everything that we're building or everything that we're conducting in there. So all of that is popped there. We also got a stats page that's going to look a lot more interesting after launch. After the 14-day fair launch, the scale will be popping out there. Reflections and all kinds of interesting stats will be there.
Whoa. I'm about to get some.
Lovely, lovely. Well, before we go on, I want to let everyone know that for there's been a lot of giveaways in Titanx. There's a lot of pay it forward. There's a lot of people who are just naturally, they're just good people. Doesn't matter if they've made 100,000 or if they made 2,000. There's really great people in Titanx, and they like to give back, and they like to do contests. And we, as a protocol, we like to do that too. So we are going to be giving out 88 million worth of Titanx in a couple batches. And it might be because of trivia. If you get the trivia question correct, it could be something from you, CryptoAudiKing. Maybe you've got some kind of trivia, like how long is, I don't know. You can come up with whatever you want. My questions will be mostly about the protocol and maybe something about me. And we'd love to give out, like 5, 6, 7, even up to 8, if it is.
That works. Let's see. How do we do all of them through the comment section? Whoever replies first, or what's up for the winner?
Probably, yeah. We could probably do that. Yeah, that's general. I mean, that's the way we've been doing it on all the other KOLs, on all the other streamers. So we ask the question, and then we see who comes up, and we started instituting a 1 winner per stream, because on one of our streams we had probably about 50 or 60 live viewers, and there were 5 questions, and 2 people won twice. So it's great for them. And,
yeah.
and those 2 people, every time we have a stream, they win, because I've got to ask different questions. I see Trust Titanx Plan. Titanx Plan is one person who won before. Who else do we have in here? I see a couple team members. It looks like it's pretty quiet. We have Mo in there. And anyone is eligible except the team members. They are not eligible. And you are eligible to win once. And the way this will work, the way that we had it work, is we'll ask the question. First individual to reply correctly will also give us their X. They will list their X handle there, and they will DM the Baby Dragon X handle. And we'll pop it in there. We'll pop the Baby Dragon X handle in there. Team, can we make sure that the Baby Dragon X handle is open for DMs? I'm sure you're listening there. So team member who is handling that, please open up Baby Dragon X for DMs. So make sure that all works. So yes, you'll be able to just DM the Baby Dragon X, and then I think it's _HQ. We'll put it in the chat. You just send a DM, say I won. We're going to take a screenshot there to make sure that the right person gets it, because there's scammers out there everywhere. CryptoAudiKing said, make sure you got the right contract address. Well, there's people trying to scam contest earnings and winnings too. They're just everywhere. They're just everywhere.
Yeah, they just changed like one little tiny letter, and it's kind of crazy.
There were two scammers after the last win, one of the last winners, and yeah, they were really clever. They just insert an S and like double it up, and man, oh man, if they would work as hard on actual, engagement, like they could be very good at engagement because they watch things very closely and carefully. If they just change their mindset into a building versus stealing, I think they could probably do well. But
Very well. I agree, man. It's really crazy how many there are right now.
Indeed, indeed. So should we, obviously, but we're keeping this under an hour. We got 35 minutes. Do you want to just kind of pop through the white paper there? You could go to
Yeah,
doc
of course.
and scale, and then we'll just cover it. People who have already heard, that's terrific. But your community may not know. Even you didn't know about the Dragon's Horde, and so we're not going to make any assumptions. You let me know when I should be seeing. Yep, there we go. See the scale white paper there. So I can see it very well. Hopefully, actually, my YouTube, like that I'm streaming on the side, it hasn't shown up yet. So there we go. Looks like it's a couple seconds behind. So the scale white paper, we have really tried to keep this easy for you. Like some people tell big stories, and some people have a lot of math. Well, we've tried to really pare it down. So let's jump right into the overview. So basically, the overview is that scale is going to be a deflationary system where the holders will continually get scale into their wallets. So there is a variable tax that we'll talk about here in a bit. It's a buy tax, it's a sell tax, it's a transfer tax. And that is actually, we're able to turn that up to 6%, back to 4.5%, back to 3%, or back to 1.5%. We believe that everyone is going to want to keep it up on 6%, but we allowed it to be an admin key to adjust because we want the community to have options. We don't want to lock people into things. So this is a deflationary. Holders are going to be rewarded and that type of thing. No NFTs required on this. You just hold it in your wallet. You don't have to pay to claim it. Nothing like that. So it's all self-custody. Let's maybe slide over there into launch. So the launch happened a little after midnight my time. It was almost 1 o'clock, I guess, 1 a.m. over in Southeast Asia, 5 p.m. UTC. We actually probably launched maybe 20, 30 minutes afterwards. So it's a full 14 days of the fair mint will occur. So there was a minting bonus as well. So anyone who had some baby Dragon X or Dragon X or Dragon X hybrid NFTs, they all got a bonus of some type. Even if it was a very small 1.5% bonus, all the way up to 5%. You had to be a very, very large holder to get 5%. In fact, there was only one, I think there might have been 2 in baby Dragon X, and I don't think there were any Poseidons in Dragon X. Imagine owning 5% of the supply of a $60 million market cap token. There just wasn't anybody. So, but everyone that had any baby Dragon X or Dragon X got some type of minting bonus, anywhere from 1.5% up to the maximum of 5%, and they were additive. So you could have as much as 10%. No one got 10% though.
Dang. Okay.
But because you'd have to literally have like $2 million worth of baby Dragon X.
Yep.
And yeah, but some people definitely had 6, like a 6.5. So I saw people in the chat saying, "I just minted, I got 6.5%." That was a very popular number because I think a lot of people did have Dragon X and baby Dragon X. A couple of people had the hybrid NFTs. So between 4 and 6%, lots of people got that. I've probably talked enough about that. We did the snapshot completely on, we announced that it would be within 1 to 5 days of launch. And we did a bit of numerology, and we came up with November 1st at 16:28 UTC. If you do that, there's a bunch of 8s in there. And like when you add the numbers up, there's a lot of 8s, and it was a good number. It was a good time. We feel like it went really well. There were 3,000 qualified wallets, by the way, 3,000, because Dragon X itself has quite large wallet coverage. Yeah. All right, so super easy. You could check your percentage of minting bonus before we started. Of course, now we're well into launch, and let's kind of slide over into the next section, minting allocation. is where I like to go next. I'm just scanning the chat there. All right, good stuff. Trust Titanx plan says my bonus was fire. Congratulations. Well, you did the right things. You must have had some Baby Dragon X and Dragon X. So you followed the playbook, and you've actually won one of the contests before. So we love the excitement. What's
awesome.
that?
Somebody Pavlo said 500 million scale. He minted. Nice.
It's quite a bit.
I'm
quite a bag.
I'm gonna get my hands a good amount.
Are you? Are you gonna make us the eyes pop whenever we see something come in there?
Yeah.
When I saw 13 billion, I literally just landed from the plane, and I said, "How is that? Is that 1 billion? Is it 13? Who in the world?" I didn't even look at the wallet, but you know what? Congratulations, good job to you, whoever did that. So let's talk about the minting allocation. So we are having some thick liquidity off the get-go. 35% of the whole mint is going to go by these different tokens below, and we're obviously minting this over and above the amount that the community is minting. So the community is minting a certain amount. It's like 251 billion right now. We will mint additional scale, and we will take some of that Titanx, 35% of it, and of 60% of it, we'll buy Baby Dragon X. Is that going to pump? Well, it's going to be 5 or 10 buys, you know, and very likely there's going to be some price impact.
Yep.
Hydra, 10%. Dragon X, 10%. Element 280, 10%. And my good friend Dave over at AwesomeX, we're also creating an LP of 10% with AWX. So those LPs will be created right at the beginning of day 15. Just had a sync with the dev, and we got all the steps all done. Most of it is smart contract driven. A couple things I have to enter, enter like an OK or a write contract. Most of it all is smart contracts, kicking all the stuff off. Also, we're burning the LP tokens. We're burning them.
Awesome. So good. I like that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yep.
There's a lot of ways to protect liquidity, and that's the way we did Baby Dragon X and Dragon X. You know, that we burnt those LPs. Those are V3, so that's a V3. So we have a claim fee button on there we can do, and it's been really good. Like when those high volume days, we were claiming probably $2,000-$3,000 a week. That all gets dropped in the buy and burn. So those were fantastic.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I always like to say this. I like to give Eric a shout out. So, you know, Eric's a personality, definitely a character of his own. We were the first to build on Dragon X. It was the first major protocol I'd ever built. I'd done a little non-dev work, little small scale stuff over on base. Baby Dragon X was what I like to call the real deal. Eric really helped hone the tokenomics. He built a lot of it. He changed a lot of it around. I like to also say that of 20 things Eric recommended, we probably did 17 or 18 of them. The 2 that we didn't do also turned out the way he said. So we probably should have done everything what he said. But you know, when you're like new kid on the block, you want to put your own twist on things. So shout out to Eric. If you're working with Eric, you know, he's a class act. He and his devs.
Yeah, I talked to him a few times too, and he's a genius, man. The way he talks and just continues to motivate you and tells you the positive, the negative, his honest opinion left and right. And that's what I love about him. The honesty and transparency from his side. He just wants to help.
He truly does. He truly does. You got to get to know him like anybody else. And you can't get to know somebody just in a chat. You got to watch them on the streams and listen to them to really get to them. I've liked him since the beginning. You know, I used to make memes about him, like even before I literally even knew him at all. So anyways, good guy to get to know. So standard, you know, the 8% dev fee. We're just going to run through a couple of those things. If you don't mind us skip back there just momentarily. Yep. So 35% of the Titanx will be swapped to Dragon X and be sent right over to the buy and burn. That's why we would love for this to be a very high number, because the more Dragon X we can have in that buy and burn, the more dry kindling we've got in there. So 1% is going to go into a Genesis wallet. We're basically going to keep that for in case there's any kind of like gas refunds, because gas went way up like there for a while. I don't know what was going on. Yep. Gas hit like 100 Gwei for a little while. And we just got some Genesis money there in case we need it for something. Tiny amount. 5% of the Titanx is going to go to DragonX Vault, and 5% is going to go over to the Helios Vault, two great partners of ours. 11% is going to be allocated to the first 4 Hydra miners. So we are about to run a vote on that. Actually, we're about to run a vote on the number of days to run Hydra miners. Just to keep it easy, we'll probably do 2 and 2. I mean, if people really want to do a ladder of all 4, we can. There will be no short-term ones. Going to be long-term ones. So it's going to be a DAO vote, and I'm going to check to see if scale can be used in the DAO vote. It's not active token yet. It's not active tradable, but it is sitting in wallets. So it'll either be a Baby Dragon X DAO vote or a scale DAO vote. I would love for it to be a scale DAO vote, but you work with what you can.
Yep. And I think if I remember correctly, you on Titan Farms, you won't be able to be listed there because of the tax fee, right?
So on Titan Farms, there's a different requirements, like 100K a day and things like that. So when it comes to tax, I haven't had the need to have a conversation with Eric about getting listed because our volume just isn't there. During Element 280's mint period, our volume was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. We're doing 100 to 200,000 a day on the main pair, and we're doing 100 to 2,000 a day on the Element 280 pair with Baby Dragon X. There was an incredible amount of fees coming in. I don't know how tax tokens work on farms, but we personally participate. They're the most as no tax coins can be added. So that's fine. Baby Dragon X could be. Baby Dragon X is a non-tax token.
Yeah, that one could be added.
As long as we get the volume up there and it's good for the community, then great. It'd be fantastic to have that over there. Yet another liquidity web to add to. Thank you, Mo, for always being a pillar of knowledge.
Yeah, appreciate it, Mo. By the way, first person to answer this question gets some 88 million Titanx, and that will be how many days of mint is scale?
Good question.
How fast are people? I'm pretty sure nobody expected that. Came out of nowhere, left field.
I'm glad you popped that out of nowhere too. Perfectly done. I'm gonna drop the handle in here quickly, so people know. Is anybody getting it? Anybody?
Mo said 14. Jeremy said 14. Mo's first saying 14.
Was Mo first? Well, how about that? Well, I do know you, Mo, but you still got to follow the rules and you still got to DM the handle, even though we all know you extremely well. Mo is on it.
He said, "Suck it." He said, "Suck it."
Last time I talked to Mo, like literally, we were on a stream. He was, it was one of those like ad hoc things. He was eating some ice cream. That guy's awesome. He's so
very funny, good. He's so funny. I love Mo. I love streaming with him.
It's you never know where you're going to end up when you are talking with Mo.
That's so true. We were streaming and just making conversation about crypto, and we somehow ended in like a whole other category of like Mount Everest. I'm like, okay.
Right. He's good at tangents.
Oh man, I love it. It's so random and funny.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say that once in there. So the Mo, anybody who wins, we're gonna do a lot of these. Like I said, you will DM the Baby Dragon X handle. Once again, let me ask the team who is. I see the team member in the chat. Please make sure the DMs are open. If anybody tries a DM and cannot, drop a message in the chat also, and I will personally go over there and make sure it's open.
We want
to make sure you get. We don't make sure you get your Titanx. You will get your 88 million Titanx, but you just have to DM that handle. So nice one.
Tokenomics.
Okay, so the tokenomics. Like, why are we here? What is so special about scale? That's what a lot of people like to ask when they come in. Well, who cares? Tell me about scale. Why should I mint this? All right. Well, like Baby Dragon X, we've got a couple firsts here. So we will be the first reflection token in the Titanx ecosystem. That is, and it's completely sustainable. Like, we haven't minted an extra, 10% or 20% of scale just to give out. That's not sustainable. I've been in many of those kind of protocols won some, lose some, right? This one is sustainable because it's all paid by the tax. Thank you, Hexatitan Pulsigan. It says DM is enabled, so that is fantastic.
Awesome.
People can get in there. So we have a couple fixed parts of the tax. So the tax component, it can be anywhere as low as 2.5 up to a high of 7%. So what is not changeable? What is not changeable is a tiny little bit of buy and burn, 0.5%. That's BDX buy and burn. Tiny little bit going in the marketing wallet, 0.25%. Tiny little bit for fixed buy and burn for scale, 0.25%. The variable is the interesting part. This one, we could have gone up much higher. Like for those who heard about Blastar on Pulse Chain, that's where I fell in love with reflections. Those were very high tax, very high sell tax, 30% high, 30% sell tax. I got in at the $2 million market cap, had no idea what reflections were, but I've done a bunch of things in Pulse Chain still. I'm still over there. And it turns out when you buy a token or you hold the token, you automatically get blast into your, you had to claim it though. It didn't automatically go in your wallet. It's still fine. Cheap on Pulse Chain. It's a penny, nothing.
Yeah. I remember.
So
I was in it too.
Was that?
I remember that one. I was in that one too.
Yeah. It was just cool. Like I love the idea of the reflections, and I wanted to make something that's sustainable. So, and not too high on tax, because you get to a certain level and then people were holding, they're going to sell at some point and they start thinking, oh, if I sell, 30% tax. So that we tried to keep it a little bit lower. So the max is 6% for reflections, and it can be dialed down anywhere from 1.5% up to 6%. It will launch at 6%. I highly doubt anyone will want to ever call for a vote to lower it, but it is able to be adjusted through an admin key. Cannot go higher than 6, cannot go lower than 1.5. So super easy tokenomics. A couple standards there that don't change, and then the reflections tax is what I like to call it. That's the one that we can change, all based on DAO vote.
Hey, chat. Quick question. Can the first person to give me 2 of the liquidity pools that will be provided will win some 88 mil Titanx.
Nice one. You're good at this. You're really good at this.
I love giveaways, man. I come up with these a lot, left and right.
While we're waiting for somebody to pop some in, I'm going to. So you need to have 2, by the way.
Yep. 2 in one comment.
CryptoAudiKing asked for 2. So I think you got to put 2 in the same answer, like in the same line. Is that what you're thinking?
Yep. 2 liquidity pools that the scale will be providing. What pairs?
Terrific. I am just capturing the Mo's win right here. 4.
Scale, Baby Dragon X, and Scale and Hydra. There we go. PL. What is it?
Do we have a winner?
19 hex.
Oh, PL 19 hex. All right. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that PL 19 hex likes hex. What do you think?
Maybe.
What do you think?
Maybe. I don't know what gave you that idea, but maybe.
Yeah. So I'm going to just do a copy paste.
Somebody said Binance and ETH.
Binance. Somebody say Binance. Binance and ETH. Yeah.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
So well done, PL.
That was a perfect comment too.
Really well done.
The scale, Baby Dragon X, and scale to Hydra. That was perfect.
Okay, please DM the hex handle. Say you're 88 willing and drop your wallet too. Okay, hopefully that's clear. Don't drop your wallet in this chat. So what I'm trying to say here, probably not that clearly. DM the Baby Dragon X _HQ. We're on the 3rd Twitter handle now. It's always a struggle with X. If you make the wrong move, all of a sudden you got to start a new one. So we had to do that. So just DM that you're a winner and send over your wallet. Congratulations, PL 19 hex. I think I've seen you around. I don't know where I've seen you, but that is a familiar handle. So I'm going to drop that into our builder chat too. Not a winner. All right. So I've got other questions. Give me a second here. So by the way, one of the team members has asked, please, for the winners, please type your correct X handle in the chat, because that's how we know it's you.
Yep.
Because anybody can come in and they can say, I'm PL19X or I'm the Mo. We would know the Mo, but we wouldn't know necessarily PL19X or other new winners.
Yeah. Mo did say to give the 88 mil to Jeremy, by the way.
All right. Well, we will have to capture that.
That works.
Leave it to Mo to always give back, even in the middle of a contest. He can't stop giving back, and we love that. Let me capture that. By the way, so Jeremy, you've already pulled it down. Jeremy has already listed. Jeremy, is that the correct Jeremy? Jeremy Lister 21.
Seems like it.
Seems like it. All right. So let me just capture this. So we will say. Okay, perfect. Mo, I have no words. Thank you. We appreciate you, all that you do. You're just incredible. You're an unbelievable community member. I've never met anybody like you in crypto. Like, crypto kindness, maybe, like, so giving and just so nice. And my goodness, your cup runneth over. CryptoAudiKing, you are also great, but those guys they're just in a different
Category. Yep.
It's a different personality type is all it is. So anyways, let's get back to the giveaways and talking about scale, because I do not want to run over. Like, we keep this at we want to keep this at that 1 hour, and so we're gonna have to crank up these giveaways. And like I said, I've already got some too. So the next one, I think we're done with this one, right? I think we're probably done with that one.
Yep, we were.
So here we go. For those of you, I think it's Marvel. Doesn't Marvel have Shield? SHIELD with all those. But this is just SHED. So strategic or scale Hydra enhancement directive. What the heck does that mean? So we are the first protocol to, number one, build on Hydra, but number two, our smart contracts call other smart contracts inside Titanx ecosystem. So we are the first. I'm glad that we were able to launch first. We had this area specifically very carefully audited to make sure it's going to work well. Two separate auditors said everything looks flawless in it, but we'll see in practice, right? So what this is a portion of the mint, 11% of the initial mint is going to go create new Hydra miners. We've already made some pretty good gains on Hydra miners. We started on day one. Within the first 24 hours, I think we used around $10,000 of Titanx. We minted on a ladder. So you saw on the Dragon Sword, you saw the ladder that we did.
Yep.
We've claimed most of those. Like I said, don't know why they're showing up. We've claimed most of those. There's just a couple left. One's like a 78-day and one's maybe a 60-day. It may even be coming up soon to be due to claim. But the sustainability of this is that as we claim Hydra, then it will be apportioned into these different categories. So we kick off these first four, right? And they run their course, and hopefully they do extremely well. They're chugging away out there on their days. And it's a community called function to start the miner. It's a community called function to claim the miner. You're going to want to claim the miner because you're going to get some nice rewards. We have changed this to be a 0.3% reward up to a 5%. So even if Hydra price takes a large dump, we're going to make sure it's profitable for you. We hope it's profitable at 5%. So we want to reward people for doing great work. So there you go. 30% of the mining of the Hydra is going to be sent to the BDX buy and burn wallet. So that's a sustainable piece. High number. We hope that buy and burn number will go very, very high, because we're already I'm seeing a big difference personally. I've got a little bit of Baby Dragon X over here, haven't sold any, and my price keeps, the amount I have keeps going up, even after the big dump, now that things are recovering, because we minted at 135 billion baby Dragon X, and now we're somewhere 110, somewhere around there, 110 billion. We'll be under 100 billion supply in no time, that's for sure. So it's going to be very interesting. The baby Dragon X is going to get more and more scarce.
That's amazing. I'm definitely gonna have to make a video for my members now for that.
Cool. We appreciate you. We appreciate all you do. That's for sure. Starting new Hydra miner. So we want to continue. We want to keep this train going. So 30% of all the Hydra that we mine will, 30% of the minting of the Hydra will go to the BDX buy and burn. 30%. What do we got here? Starting new Hydra miners. So it looks like that. I've tried to correct this. That second bullet point there is incorrect. A version must have popped in there. What it should say is 30% of the Hydra miners, after we've claimed it, will go to start new Hydra miners. So we'll convert that into whatever, I think it was Titanx, and then we'll start new miners, probably long max term ones. So we're not sending both of those to the buy and burn. Like I said, there's a versioning error in our Git book. I apologize for that. So buy and burn, 30%. New Hydra miners, 30% of what we claim. And then the final amount there, the 40%, this is a very open area. We can do whatever the community wants with this. It's going to be DAO decided based on scale token holders. And we could do a lot of things. We could just put more into Titan farms. We could start more Hydra miners. If Hydra is doing fantastic,
Yeah,
people will probably vote. Let's keep on this train, like just kick off some more. Maybe there'll be another interesting new protocol. We want to participate in a different way. We want to use scale to do something else. We want to swap it out. We want to use it maybe for more element 280 LPs, maybe X28 LPs, which we will absolutely be creating on the outside. So when I say the outside, we know that there are 5 initial LPs going to be created. Notice there was no Titanx LP. That was not by mistake. That was by design, because we wanted to be thick liquidity with baby Dragon X and all those other 4. And we didn't know that X28 was coming out so soon, but we'd rather go all in X28. We'd rather pair with X28. Protocol number 3 is going to be built on X28. So we're all in. We love the idea of X28.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's shifting over to X28, which I'm really glad to see that. Like the power of X28 that will bring to Titanx is just on a whole other level.
I thoroughly believe this too. I learned about fair launches from Zen, love or hate Zen. That's where I learned.
Yep.
I learned a lot over in Pulse Chain about liquidity. My goodness, there's so much to learn, but I learned quite a bit over there. And now over here in Titanx, the learning never stops. Like you learn from new builders, like their messaging, their protocol. I learn from everybody, whether I'm speaking with them or I'm listening to them, or I try to learn as much as possible and try to bring the best into the protocols that we're building without making them too complicated. That's always a challenge.
That's true.
So I've already mentioned this so many times, we'll probably have a question on later. Public function. So the DAO will take votes on, the length of the miners. So we'll set the miner, we'll turn that dial there, we'll set the miners, and then a public function allows any community member to kick off the miners, as well as claim the miners. So you get to see them.
Hey guys, I have a question for somebody that wants to win 88 mil Titanx. Can somebody explain to me what DAO stands for?
Good one.
I want to see somebody that
good one. Let's see somebody.
Things.
Yeah. Let's see if they come through. I'm going to scan the chat while somebody comes through.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm streaming through my other device. Oh, there we go. So Caesar has said the name, but
centralized autonomous organization.
So that was, and it's up to you. Like, so is that what you were looking for? Were you looking for the actual name, or were you looking for what it is?
The name,
Oh,
what
the
the
name of it?
DAO stand for. Yeah. So
Perfect.
that's
Well, looks like Caesar.
but I love how the second comment though, it just explains it. So I can see, could we give them 2 people each 88? Is that cool?
We absolutely can. We can and we will. I was
I
literally
love that.
going to.
So
I was going
Caesar
to
and
suggest.
Kasi.
That's fantastic. So Caesar and Kasi Patriot, by the way, I think Kasi Patriot has won before, but we need you both, Caesar and Kasi Patriot, to pop your X handle in the chat. So please do that. Caesar Crypt. Actually, I think you've won before also. I remember the Caesar
Awesome.
Crypt. I remember Caesar's Crypt underscore. I remember that one. So Kasi Patriot, please drop your X handle in. I know you've won in the past. However, we need to know it's you. So we need to know that we want you to drop yours in there too. And both of you will be winning 88 million Titanx. We hope that you meant that with scale. Of course, you're welcome to do whatever you want with it. Maybe turn it into X28. Okay, thank you, Kasi Patriot. I'm going to screenshot this with our 2 winners.
That was a good little tricky questions.
That
Some of
was
you
a
guys
good
were good at how fast.
All
You're
right.
very welcome, Caesar. No problem, guys. Congratulations.
All right. Very good. You're really good at keeping things on time. Now we're at 4 minutes. Let's see if we can finish this thing off.
If we run a little over, it's fine. You want to go over to the diagram?
So are we done on this page? Yeah, I think we're finished on this one.
Yeah.
Yep. We're finished there. And the diagram. So I like the diagram, although it's a little bit hard for me to read on the smaller screen. So I'm just going to run us through it like super quickly, because everything on this diagram is in the previous pages. So when you first come in to mint your scale, you've already got some kind of minting bonus. If you had any baby Dragon X, or you had some Dragon X or Dragon X hybrid NFT in your wallet, that wallet will qualify for some type of minting bonus. As little as $5 or $10 if you had in there worth of either of those protocols, you qualified. I think it's $10 actually. Then you qualify for a minting bonus. It's a little too small there in the middle. Could we zoom in just a bit there, CryptoAudiKing?
Sure.
And so basically, as you it looks like it's getting smaller.
What in the world?
It's really funny. I think it's, you know what,
It might not even be able to. Yeah.
I'll just look. I'll check it on mine. It's fine. So as if you look at the diagram down through the middle, you mint your scale. You know, you already got your minting bonus that was already figured out on the snapshot on November 1st, of which there's an NFT minted right after the snapshot. We minted an NFT, and inside that NFT is the whole list of all the qualifying wallets. So that was we created an NFT contract only for one NFT, and that is minted, and it's listed in the white paper. And so everything is on chain. Snapshots, because snapshots are not on chain. Snapshots are a read, and then you got the data somewhere else. Well, we decided to write it on chain. So you make your scale, and then all those percentages that we already went through, you know, you can see them on the allocations. We are setting 35% for thick liquidity, nice thick liquidity, you know, for those 5 different protocols. Then 35% of the Titanx is going to be, we're going to buy Dragon X with it. So a little pump for Dragon X there, and it's all good. That goes directly into the buy and burn. So we can't wait to see how much that is afterwards. We're going to send 5% of the Dragon X vault, 5% of the Helios vault. 11% will kick off 4 Hydra miners. Let's slide up to the left-hand side. On the left-hand side up there, in that little shield, is the transaction tax. There is a couple standard taxes that don't change. You know, the little ones like a tiny buy and burn, little marketing wall, little burning of scale. The reflections are the part that can change, anywhere from 1.5% up to 6%. That's an admin key, cannot go to 0, cannot go to 7. It's 1.5, 3, 4.5, or 6% for reflections. And I've got a question to ask. Right after I go through this, I got a question. If you go down there to the bottom left-hand side, you'll see a chart where you can see, were you a crab, a turtle, a squid, or a Poseidon?
I like that. Funny.
These were, I think whoever came up with this original thing is a genius. I saw it on the Titanx premium page, and I've seen it all around Twitter. Whoever came up with these, that's really clever, really clever way of designating. I know Prairie Banana does some things over there with a spreadsheet, so it's really cool. Okay, I'm a dolphin. All right, cool. Whatever and by the way, those are additive. So if you were a squid in DragonX, but a dolphin in Baby DragonX, your total minting bonus was 5.5%. So those were additive.
Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah.
We want to reward people for holding
That's a reward for sure.
Yeah. We wanted to, we heard this term Dragon Kingdom. We love this word Dragon Kingdom. We are not maxis though. We will add anything to the Dragon Horde, anything that can earn, great shareholder value. We will add it. We don't care if it's the Inferno, side, Volt, Dragon Kingdom, doesn't matter. Like, it's all Titanx. And if it can earn money and fun, if it can make potential gains, it'll be in the Dragon Horde. So let's pop down there to the triangle in the bottom middle. And this is basically the first 4 miners are, the 11% of allocation kicks off 4 Hydra miners. After that, you get this little triangle down here of how many new Hydra miners can be created, anywhere from 4 up to 20. And there's kind of the breakdown of what happens to Hydra whenever we claim them. We're trying to make this as sustainable as possible for as long as possible. So that's why we've listed that perpetual Hydra miners. We want that to go as long as possible. Over there on the right, that's just kind of our ethos. The purpose of Scale Token was to really provide high shareholder value for Baby Dragon X holders, also for Scale holders yourself, as well as protocol number 3 will benefit Scale and Baby Dragon X, as well as the large partner that the large protocol we're partnering with. Everything we do is to gain value. Whether Baby Dragon X turns into a 20 million market cap or a 50 million market cap, whatever it turns into, it will not be by accident. It will be because we were deliberate with taking the resources and putting them into areas that we think can really earn. So I got a question. The question is, how do you claim your reflections? So the first person to list, how do you claim your reflections? Okay, we got reflections coming in, 1.5%, 3%, 4.5%, 6%. How do you get those reflections? Do you claim them? How do you get them? First person answer.
I love that.
88 million. So Trust Titan X Plan says they're in the wallet. They're in the wallet. So it is correct. But that's not a very complete answer. The better answer is earned automatically. That was probably Costly Patriot. However, Costly Patriot has already won. So we're going to give you a attaboy. And Mellow Cryptic. So Mellow is fantastic. He is not part of the team. Mellow has helped me in many different projects all around. Mellow is not a core member of the team, so Mellow is qualified to win. So congratulations on winning, Mellow. I know you love to win things, so there you go. You've won. So Mellow won.
Congratulations, Mellow.
Congratulations. We love all that you do. You're fantastic at those. All the Telegram things, and good luck on your protocol launch. Can't wait to stream with you, my friend. Let me drop this into our chat. All right. I don't know how many we've given out. We'll definitely give out one more. So I think we're covered with the diagram. What else have we got? I think the ethos of Scale, that's just a paragraph. It's kind of like a repeat. Basically, though, you know me. I am fully doxed. I keep to my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. The one thing that's challenging for me is keeping up on DMs. I cannot. So if you have something you'd like to connect with me on, please drop into the Baby Dragon X main chat, tag a mod, and a mod will take care of you, filter your request, and make sure I get it. Because I won't be able to catch you on DMs, whether it's X or whether it's Telegram. However, I do like to hear your comments, feedback, suggestions. That's how we built Scale in the first place. That's how we built Scale. It was basically community, how do we say this? Community generated ideas. Like, and just a quick background on that one, CryptoAudi, is we took a vote. Sorry, we put it out there on we did a VC, we did a space, and we said, we're going to create protocol number 2. Here's a couple ideas, add to this sheet as you will. So we came up with like 18 or 19 different ideas. Some of them were very involved. Some of them were very similar. So we toned that all down to like 4. We voted, and Scale came out way on top. So it's
Awesome.
community created. That's literally, and I think that's why people get so passionate about it. So yeah.
Definitely. Like, yeah, that right. That doing that does a lot for a project. Not just the token price. Like, yeah, it does good for the token price to go up, but for how healthy the project can be, how big it could potentially be in the future, how safe it can be as well. Like, doing stuff like that is what really is and will make such a great project protocol under Titanx. So very good job under that.
Thanks for your opinions and your views. We really appreciate them. We came on here today. I came on here today to share everything with your community, but also to get your valued opinion. Because I know you don't hold back. If there was something you didn't like, I think you'd probably say this part
You
here.
know me so well.
I do know you, and I was ready for it. Like I'm always ready for question and answer and hard things. You seem to like this one though, so that's
Yes,
I think that's
like
a good
I
sign.
really like it, and like you said, trust me, if it was something I don't like, or if it's like a red flag, like these kids nowadays say, I would have been straight up been like, yeah, I don't know about this, and been honest. And that's just really, I can get negative comments back on YouTube or Twitter or
Mm-hmm.
whatever saying, why do you say that? And that's the thing, like I'm being honest and I'm giving my personal opinion about what I think. And if you have your own personal opinion about it, then I respect that, But as of right now, Scale, I already sent out a tweet right now. After this stream, I'm going to go ahead and get my hands on a good amount of bag.
Mm. Very nice. Make sure, so this is not financial advice by any
Not
means,
financial
but
advice. Yeah.
anyone who mints Scale, if you don't have any Baby Dragon X, you're missing. You've only got half the pie. Like, okay, you'll do okay over here with Scale, because you'll get your reflections and these things, but you won't be able to enjoy any potential price appreciation of BDX with all the buy-in burn and everything. So if you don't have any Baby Dragon X yet, it's fairly low. I think we're in the 2 millions. I think we're still in the low 2 millions. All-time high was 6 million. That was magic. That was magic when we had 6 million. So we may be at a fairly low area here. I'm sure CryptoAudiKing has some TA for us over the next couple days.
For sure.
I'm sure, especially with all these green candles, you must be going crazy. You can't wait to do TA.
You're right about
I'm
that.
very curious what you'll say about all of the protocols. I will definitely be watching that stream. And when Scale launches, we're definitely love to hear your opinion about our first 1, 2, 3 weeks, first month in, how's Scale looking? What can we do better? Should we get that buy and burn new contract spun up faster? All these types of things.
I will do. I promise you, I'm gonna give you my 100% transparency. So a little heads up too.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So I'd like to do another giveaway. I was thinking about doing 8, but I have no idea how many we've done.
I lost track.
Another giveaway. We just don't want to do 4. Nobody wants. You can't do 4 giveaways because that 4 is bad. Bad in numerology, and it's not good in Chinese culture at all. All right. So another question.
Well, I would have to pull.
So I know what we'll do. This is so what day of Titanx did I enter? So you must get the day and the contract day. So it'll be AJ said, here we go, another Shelby Mustang. That's
Yes,
hilarious. So the question is again, when did James enter Titanx? You need to get the day, the month, and the contract day of Titanx. I've said this before. This needs to be a complete answer. You can't just say a number like 7 or 33 or 14 hours into launch. Well, that's actually a guess, but so you need to say number, you need to say the contract day, as well as the actual date. So Trust Titanx plan has made a crystal ball, like this is actually before. I wish I would have gotten in that day. That's 2 days before my birthday, by the way. So nice that you're near my birthday, but no, that's not close. That's not close to the day. So somebody got it right away, like 2 streams ago. Some people guessed like all over the map, and then one person guessed exactly. So that person really knows. And I say it all the time. I say, XXX day Titanx. It was on this day. So all right, we'll just let people keep struggling there. I see people in the chat who know this. Like I know people who are not on the team who are in the chat who just can't remember. but it was fun. Somebody remembered last time. Hexatitan Pulsican says scale is well timed since it's not liquid now, just minting. So yeah, that's a really good point. So I love the idea of the 14-day fair launches because some very brave protocols like Element 280 will come out, and they'll be tradable within a couple days. And at that point, then you're dependent on, is the price doing well? Are people doing well enough? Are they going to keep coming in? But Element 280 was extremely sophisticated, and it had very little to do with actual price because it's the value of the Element 280 and all those thousands of NFTs. They were still brave. Like I said, Baby Dragon X, 1/3 owner. We were brave in making that happen. But the dude is like, he's a literal genius in tokenomics as well.
Yep, he is.
Okay, I am looking around. So keep in mind, if you've already won before, you cannot win again. But no one is correct yet anyways. All right, we may have to give a different question. Do you have any questions? Off the top, you're at CryptoAudiKing while I think about one.
I do have one. Let me see.
Okay.
Need to make sure.
Oh. Trust Titan. Did Trust Titanx plan already win? Has he or she already?
Don't think so.
Because they just that's the correct answer. December 3rd, 2023 was day 33 of the contract. It's a day I'll never forget. It changed my life. I had just sold a couple Bitcoin ordinals and made like how much X? 100x, 160x. I took $80 and turned into $13,000, and I put most of that into Titanx. Most of it.
Amazing.
Created a bunch of miners. Oh yeah, and back then, in December you were making all kinds of money. So
I made some good money off of ordinals too from BTC machines. Yeah.
Okay.
For like 150, I think, and they went up to like $3,000 a pop.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was beautiful. People are putting in the same exact answer right after the correct.
Yeah, well, they want to make sure that nobody forgets for next time. Another winner, Trust Titanx plan. Okay, Trust Titanx plan. Please pop your X address in the chat. We don't know it's you. Like we've seen your name before, but we want to make sure that when you DM us, you're the one who gets that 88 million Titanx. So Trust Titanx Pro, please drop your X handle and we'll watch for it. Okay, so did you have one, CryptoAudiKing? Were you like looking up a factoid anywhere? Could be anything. It could be anything about Titanx.
Yeah, I had a pretty good one. I'm gonna
pop it in there. Thank you, Trust. Oh, Q Trust.
And I'm giving you guys time too to be able to have your thumbs ready.
Oh,
Okay. So I'm guessing this is the last question for the 88 mil giveaway. This is the question. What percentage of the minting of Hydra will be sent to the Baby Dragon X buy and burn?
very specific.
Hmm.
Very specific. Let's see who comes up with it.
Ahmed. Pretty sure Ahmed was the first one saying 30%.
Ahmed was first.
By the looks of it, yeah.
I'm still trying to pull it up. Wow, the answers are flying through here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see. So Ahmed Al-Fadi, please, Alfred Al-Fadi, please drop your X handle in. I will tag you here. Ahmed Al-Fadi. Please drop your X handle here and DM the official Baby Dragon X6 handle. All right. And Ahmed has managed to get their X handle out before I was even able to type in the chat. So good job there. Good job there. So I think we've had a lot of fun here. I mean, I've sure had a lot of fun. I enjoy, like, it's a pleasure and an honor to be on your stream here at CryptoAudiKing.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it was an honor being with you, spending time. We have 131 viewers right now. Is there anything else you would like to say or inform?
Yeah, I would. So what I'd like to say is we will constantly be building. So this protocol, scale, will finish minting in under 4 days. It's down to three days, 20 some hours. And we intend to have a lot of fun with this one. 3 days, 22 hours and 7 minutes. So the LPs are going to be kicked off. People are going to be getting reflections. We're creating a separate buy and burn contract that's going to sit off to the side because we've already had so many people say, I want more buy and burn for scale. And you know what? Some of them may be very big minters, but it doesn't matter whether you minted 50 million or you were one of the 13 billion people. Your vote counts. So we are going to create a brand new buy and burn contract for scale. It's going to be sitting off to the side. That's going to be part of the next audits, but we're going to use it. We don't believe you need to have it audited just to send tokens in there to burn them, but it will absolutely be audited with the next package of contracts. So it'll be a buy and burn. Like I said, we're kicking around how to audit. Maybe we get just one audit on it, and then it gets double audited with the next group because it'll actually be interacting with other contracts. But we're going to build one. We are definitely building a buy and burn for scale.
Great.
We invite you to come on over, ask your questions. We have the Baby Dragon X main Telegram, and we have the topic scale. You can ask your questions in either one. If you really get into the details of scale, we'll probably ask you, let's take this over to the scale topic and talk through it. But you are welcome over there. We're a very open community. We're friendly. We answer the questions. We insist on two-way respect. We respect everyone, and we'd like everyone to respect others too. Everyone's journey is different in crypto. Some people are new. Some people are starting out with this much. Some people are starting out with this much. So we try to cater to everyone and have a high bar of respect.
Great, man. Thank you so much for that. Okay.
Well, we definitely appreciate you having us on. I know we kicked around a couple dates, and then this is perfect because I just got back from the DevCon. I'm still juiced up from that thing, and even though it's like 1 a.m, it's 2 a.m. now. It sounds like you're having a pretty good Friday. So, do you have more things going on today? Like I saw somebody else talking.
Yeah, I got one more stream with Felix team here in a bit. Oh yeah, by the way, those of you that are watching right now, once this stream ends, I don't know why, but StreamYard has been so annoying lately, like for the past week or two. I try to make 2 streams to be in advance and have it, you know, pending and whatnot. I could only make one, and then it just kept failing, and it wouldn't connect, and it would not like show it kept showing like the X marks on my end. I tried it like 4 times, and it finally went through. And then I wanted to set up like a double upcoming streams. It would not let me. So I gotta hurry up on the Felix stream and tweet it out and do all that stuff.
Well, hey, thanks for having us over. We weren't able to stream to the Baby Dragon X channel, but if with your permission, we will link to this one and like make clips and all that kind of stuff for you, and we'll make sure you have access to it. So I'd like to thank the community. Congratulations to the winners. The real winners are those who are participating in protocols and paying attention, whether it's Baby Dragon X or Scale or any protocol in Titanx ecosystem. There's a lot of ways to win here, but you know, make sure that you research the protocol you want to get into. You know, make your right decisions. So thanks again.
Thank you again. All right, later, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. Those of you that are watching, y'all have a good one. Thank you, James.
Thank you.